this afternoon. Thought I'd tap in for a minute. I want to touch on this topic. I had a epiphany. I had a moment of clarity. Something came to me. It may be true, it may not be true, but the evidence is all there. The universe right now and for the past couple years has been cleansing the hip hop culture, if you will. Now, I don't really like using that word hip hop because we know what's going on today is really not hip hop. And I'm not one of them old niggas that, or them old people that bash the new music. I love the new music. I don't necessarily love the new culture, but I feel like the universe is cleansing hip hop trap culture. Let's call it what can we call it? Let's just say the hip hop industry. Let's say the industry. Okay, the rap here we go. The rap music industry. Now, if you look at the amount of rappers, CEOs, entourage, podcasters that are either dead or are in prison doing lengthy sentences in such a short period of time. When I was growing up, Cool C and the other cat robbed a bank. Cool C and Steady B robbed a bank. That was like what? That was crazy. They robbed the bank and they unalived the police officer in the middle of their robbery. That was like it was a case by case scenario. Granted, yes, there are more rappers nowadays, but as we approach the '90s, even with NWA and the gangster rap scene, it was nothing like this. Yeah, Dr. Dre was going to jail for domestic violence, DWI. You had rappers like Capone and Capone went to prison, Tupac went to prison, but it was not anywhere near where it's at today. And what I believe is happening is this shit got so out of control, right? The culture and the things that happen within the culture. And when I say culture, I'm not talking about black culture because we can't get it confused. I'm talking about rap music industry culture. It has gotten so out of control that the past 3 years, I would say over 30 rappers have passed away in a violent manner. You understand? I believe that the music that's being put out, and I'm not one of those old heads that's against, the music, but the music that's been putting out, the propaganda that's been funded, right? Because it's being funded and it's being promoted by a higher source. You understand? Record labels pay for degeneracy. They say black destruction is $1 billion industry. You dig? And within that $1 billion industry, you're now seeing the side effects of every dollar that's been made. For all this money to be generated, there has to be side effects. You understand? I can't even begin to name the amount of rappers that have been put in the grave. You got XX Tentacion, if I pronounce that right? King Von, Jada Youngin, Fulio, PNB Rock. We can go city to city and name several artists that are gone. Think about this. I want y'all to really wrap y'all head around what's going on. The music industry is been hit. If you think about COVID and quarantine, a lot of these people were alive. We were hearing music from a lot of these people. We were hearing YNW Melly. We were hearing King Von, right? PNB Rock. A lot of these voices are gone. They're facing double life in prison, right? Fam, they got Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy is in a federal detention center right now. Come on, man. Come on. So, what I'm saying is, what you're saying is the side effects of manifesting, right? From our mouth, we manifest. We manifest words and actions, and we manifest stuff with our words. And when you put a beat to that, and you put a trap beat to that, or a free car beat to that, or a drill beat to that, it amplifies that manifestation a large percent. Think about how many young kids have went out there and crashed out because subconsciously, over and over and over all day, all they're hearing is spin, drill, kill, 30, switch, rat, punk. I want y'all to really wrap your head around this shit. This shit is deep, man. To me, it seems like it's the universe, man. To me, it seems like something is going on to where as though all that shit is coming to an end. They took Thug and they put him under a magnifying glass and they put him in prison. They made an example out of him. He got off, right? Or kind of, sort of. You got like 40,000 years on probation. So he didn't beat the case. Hey, what's up, Texas Bama? What it do? Stacy Galore, what it do? Young Thug was just a prime example. He was one of the many examples, right, of what happens when these niggas get money. And this is what I believe one of the sources of this is. Right now, Fabio Ford is locked up, right? I'm gonna use him as an example. We're gonna use Fabio Ford. He's been locked up since January. He hasn't said a word. It's been revealed today that this man has been sitting in jail since January. Guess what he's in jail for? He's in jail because a lady took his pocket, allegedly. This is what they saying. We never know. People allege things all the time. Allegedly, a lady took his parking spot. He pulled out a GUN and waved it at her and told her, next time you park in my parking spot, it's gonna be problems. I want y'all to marinate on that for a minute, man. These brothers get money and they think they're untouchable. Let me tell you something. I know the feeling of getting a couple dollars. And yes, I know it can make you feel lawless. It can make you feel like, I got bail money. You dig? Sometimes, when you get a nice couple dollars, you feel secure. You like, whatever, man. I'm above the law. I'm getting money. What DMX say in Belly? I'm getting money. I'm smoking my weed. I don't smoke weed. I'm just what DMX said. And he was just rolling. He was rolling through the street, running red lights, because that money got to his head, man. You understand? And that's what's going on with these rappers. The money has gotten to their head. Yella Beezy, god damn, capital murder, capital murder. Yellow Beezy just got booked on capital murder. Trap Boy Freddy is on the run. He just got out of the federal. He just got out of the feds. He has been in and out of the feds for the past 5 years. Now he's wanted for capital. I'm just want to say M and M1. Okay, that's not even M1. It's capital M. Okay. I want to talk about that Texas shit real quick. Texas Bama, what it do? All that, a lot of that stuff, even with the Big U situation, a lot of that stuff happened during quarantine. 2020, 2021, 2022. A lot of people were feeling real lawless around that time, including myself. In certain areas, I'm like, it's a lockdown, it's quarantine. People was doing PPP, EDD, GED, all kind of programs, stealing money, during lockdown. This is when Mo 3 got killed. I guarantee you, I want you to think about this, committing a crime in 2020. Fast forward to 2025, you've grown up a little bit, right? You're not the same person you were in 2020. You have to live with the feds hanging over your head for 5 years. Do they know? Are they coming to get me every day? What kind of life is that? What kind of life is it to live when you know you done took somebody out the game, right? How much fun can you be having out here knowing at any moment them U.S. Marshals are coming to get you and it's lights out, case closed, no more sunshine, no more outside, no more fresh air, no more love from your girl, no more none of that. A lot of people got too comfortable during COVID. Rolling 60 Crips, Big U. I just did a video on him yesterday. 2020. I remember LA. Everybody was going to LA. Everybody was going to LA. Airport full of DC people, Maryland people, Baltimore people going to LA. It was so much crime and robberies and stuff going on. A lot of the people that were going to LA, they was going to get bags. Okay, they were going to get, things to ship back and whatever, however they do, whatever. I don't know. But it was like kind of like the Wild Wild West, man. It was kind of lawless during COVID. And a lot of the things people did during COVID is catching up to them right now. You dig? What's Lotto? It's 21 Savage's artist. Real talented brother. He just passed away. Was it yesterday or the day before? All this is in a 2-day period. Yellow Beezy with capital murder charges. Trap Boy Freddy, Big U, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon. Fabio Foreign has been tucked away since January because a lot of these cats, man, they get their fame, get to their head. They think they above the law. You understand? They used to being treated a certain way. That's why I don't like dealing with a lot of artists, national acts. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about them, man, that they're not really good. Most of them aren't really good people. They're not really people you really want to be around. Think about this. You got 13 people a day here to serve you. You're the guy. You're the main guy. You got an entourage of people that are around to move at your beck and call. You dig? Now imagine going through that for years. You can go to the jewelry store and buy $100,000 chain. You can go to the car lot and get you something fresh, plastic, foreign, over $200,000. You understand? I'm talking about these are young brothers that have never had money in their life. And it's all fueled by a soundtrack of music that's low vibrational. And which I love, by the way. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna sit here and preach. That's not what this video is about. This video is just pointing out that what you put in is what you get out. Right? What I put in is what I put in my system is what I'm going to get out. If I sit around eat junk food all day, I am going to get fat. My stomach is going to get even bigger than it is. Okay? Same thing in life, man. In this industry. I think the universe has had enough, dog. I think the universe has had enough. And it's telling everybody to calm the fuck down. Y'all calm down. Little Durk. Let's look at Little Durk, man. You dig? Oh, my man thought I was in a police car. Nah, Julian Thomas, this my Jeep. Lil Durk, the minister of death. The voice. He's the voice, right? That's the voice. He put out several summers worth of death music. I never really got into Lil Durk. I never got into King Von. I never really got into any of that Chicago shit. Because that shit is like really just it's really just trash, dog. Like, yeah, I can vibe out to I'm in the gym or something of that come on, but other than that, it's just not my thing, man. It's not relatable whatsoever. I'd rather listen to some motivational music about getting some money, flossing, coming up, motivational music. Even Young Jeezy in his heyday, he made motivational music. It wasn't all about just taking people off the earth. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of him doing what he got to do, if somebody run up, they gonna get taken off the earth. But the music wasn't just about doing that. And it's hard to feel bad for Lil Durk. It's very hard to feel bad for dude because this was the image in the message. Everything is a message. Let me ask y'all a question. When y'all listen to gospel music, what is the message? Right? What's the message? When you listen to R&B, there's a message there. It's telling you, it's exhuming a message. Make love, okay? Let's get together. Let's do the nasty. Whatever the case is, it's a message there. When you listen to Lil Durk in the Chicago shit and a lot of this other stuff, the message is kill. And that's it. And after a while, people take it serious. You understand? After a while, it's subconscious. It's a subconscious thing. I got a couple dollars. Oh, Mo3 is playing with us. Let's put some money on his head. I got $600,000 in the bank that it's really not $6,000 because I owe. It's really not $6,000 because I don't have another hit record coming, Yellow Beezy. So that $6,000 really is not $6,000 in the grand scheme of things. You dig? So imagine Yellow Beezy, he got a nice little bank account at the moment. Mo3 and him going through it. And look, they got the evidence, dog. They got dude is snitching. The hitman is telling. Not only is the hitman telling, because you can't pull, listen, you cannot pull, well, this guy's not credible, because that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to say, oh, well, the hitman is not credible. He's a criminal. He has a criminal past. But guess what the hitman is doing? He is showing the feds documents. He's showing them records, call logs, money wires. How do you get around that? There's no getting around that. When you show the feds a text between you and Yellow Beezy is instructing you what to do and how he wants it done. You really got it. There's no way around that. Cancel Christmas. It's over. It's over. It's over. And I would love to know what they was beefing over. And to be fair, Mo3 had a song. I don't know what song it was. The song is hard as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna hold you. But it's a diss song to Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy. And it's very explicit. And it's talking about how he, what he's going to do and what he's going to have done to these two gentlemen. So to be fair, not young Mo3 was not an angel. You know what I'm saying? He was not somebody that was an innocent bystander. He was living that life, or at least rapping about living that life. But back to my point, man, where are we at with this rap music industry culture at this point in time? They gonna fuck around and stop signing people. This is about to take a major turn. You understand? And I'm kind of happy because I think a lot of youngins are waking up. Some kids are waking up saying, damn, look what they did to Yellow Beezy. Look what they did to Young Thug. Look what they did to Lil Durk. Look what they doing to Puffy. Look what they doing to Brick Baby, whoever else. You know what I'm saying? YNW Melly. It's not a game. It's not a rap song when you walk out the house. Now, I understand what it's like to have problems with somebody. Serious problems with somebody. I know what it's like. Let me give y'all a little story, man, a little insight. When I was growing up, I was known for not backing down from the enemy, okay? I wasn't a wild killer. I wasn't a wild dude. I was simply known for, oh yeah, here fight. But as time progressed, I started getting out of character. I was on drugs and I was wilding out, and I was becoming somebody that wasn't truly me. And I had messed around and I had did something to somebody who was about it, okay? Who was a known executioner, okay? And I did something to him, physical. And after I did it to him, he shot at me, and he called my phone and he said, I got my gun. He said, the police just came. I got my gun. I'm gonna kill you and your mother. That's what he said. From that day on, shit had got real. Okay, it was not we gonna meet up at the park and fight. It's not we gonna squabble up. There was none of that. Things had gotten real. Not only did he make that threat, right? Not only did he make that threat, I would go to my old neighborhood and they be like, oh, cuz is riding around looking for you. Okay, so it wasn't like a veiled threat. Dude was in my neighborhood every day looking for me. And that was when I had to have some protection. That was the point. That was the turning point to when I understand being into beef and drama. You understand? I get it. Look, a lot of people like, oh, we got to stop the violence. Look, I understand shit happens. What happened with that situation is I didn't back down. I had to get my big brother involved, and I had to show some force. Luckily, nobody was taken off this earth. You know what I'm saying? Time played out. I didn't call the police. I didn't do nothing cowardice. I showed force. I got aggressive with dude, even when I didn't want to. You understand? And the shit played out the way it was supposed to play out. And I say that because I just want to give y'all some understanding that I understand. But the whole thing with this is when I go to these towns to shoot these videos, it's a bunch of youngins with a bunch of guns, right? and they don't even have no beef. They don't even have no beef with nobody. There's no no war going on. There's no problems going on. There's not even a threat to their life. But they running around mimicking what they saying on the rap video. They mimicking what they saying, you know, from their favorite artists. This is what's going on. Therefore, you have, man, I wanted to do a documentary on this, man. I just don't know how I would go about it. But it's an epidemic, man. It is an epidemic of young black boys running around here. And, you know, very few other outside our culture, but it's primarily our black boys running around here. And we did it, but it was in a certain fashion. It wasn't as brazen and it wasn't as reckless as it is today. You understand? So right now, it's a bunch of kids in a bunch of towns and cities that simply have a costume on. You dig? And I'm hoping that with all these indictments, all these prominent rappers that unfortunately are passing away, I'm hoping that they can take heed and see what's really going on out here. Because it's a dead end, man. It's a dead end. You know, it's cool to rap about smoking on a deceased person. You dig? Like, when do we get so low? And I got 100 videos to make about this, about the rap music industry, culture. When do we get so low? Why didn't the record labels, why are the record labels stopping this shit? It's a rhetorical question. This stuff is heavily funded, man. These blogs are the worst. They're complicit as well. The blogs are complicit, man. These people fuel, look, even academics. Y'all remember when academics was taboo? Do y'all remember when academics was like, when he was like when nobody really rocking with him, nobody liked him. Like his form of journalism was degenerate. You know what I'm saying? Because all he was doing was reporting on Chicago stuff. He ushered in a new way to bring you the news of that culture. Y'all remember when academics was like the one and only idiot, entertaining, and shedding light on the drillers and killers? Y'all remember that? He made them stars. He made them stars. Now all the blogs are making these people stars. The dumbest shit. We not even gonna start talking about the love and hip hops. Let me talk, man, y'all hold, listen. You know, y'all know I do videography. Do y'all know who is some of the hottest commodities as far as the nightlife, as far as booking? Dog, fuck the rappers. Do y'all know who's hot right now? The reality star chicks. Let me tell you something. I've never seen what I've been seeing when I get these gigs and it's the reality star chicks. I've never seen the girls, the young girls love these bros. Listen, the Tahishi, Diamond the Body. I didn't know some of these people. These young girls go crazy when they come out on stage. And this the kicker. All they do, all the Tahishis, all the reality stars do is walk out on stage, get bottles sent to the stage, and twerk. And they getting 20 bands. They getting $20,000. You understand? They getting 20, the Zeus Network. There you go, Texas Bama. Thank you. Baddies, yeah. Baddies, not. Family, I didn't know this thing existed. I didn't know it was such a phenomenon. But the girls go crazy over their shit. And they selling out clubs. I've been in clubs and I had to work gigs where big name artists, nobody was there. Lloyd, nobody was there. Young Blue, nobody was there. Casanova, literally, nobody was in the venue. We had to go to another venue. But you got these talentless, and I'm not knocking them. I'm glad they get to make money as well. Cool, no sweat. It'd be nice if they put some sort of message in their brand, but these talentless Zeus chicks, they coming out and they selling shit out. All my promoters, listen, all my promoters, if you look in the books of mine, don't worry about the rappers no more. Bring the baddies to your city. You dig? Donovan Valentine says, who says life is sacred? God? Hey, if you read your, I don't even know what the hell that means, cuz. But man, it's so much to cover on this topic, dog, because it's all over the place. All I would say is protect your kids, protect your family, because it's propaganda, dog, and they pushing it in our community. They pushing it to us, the urban culture. Nobody else gets this trash pushed on them like we do. There's no other industry that is built on death and destruction like the black industry. Black destruction is $1 billion industry. Whether it's love and hip hop, people throwing water on each other, to the drillers up in Chicago. And I'm not saying that other cultures don't have their crime. Yes, they do. Let me break this down for y'all real quick. Listen real quick. When it comes to black on black crime, that don't let nobody make it seem like we are just the worst of the worst. If y'all look at, they just found 6, 7, 8 bodies, arms, legs, chopped up down in Mexico. Y'all want to talk about crime? The Sinaloa cartel, the El Chapos, the black and them on the corner, they have nothing on the Chinese syndicate shipping metro tons over here. The thing about it is our crime gets, the crime that goes on in the black community, right, that gets publicized a lot more. And that's by design. You understand? But we are not the worst of the worst. Yeah, it's an epidemic and it needs to stop. It's a lot going on. It's kids, unaliving kids. And it's a culture, it's a fashion, it's a, did y'all see the thing in Baltimore? I want y'all to look this up. Look up the Baltimore incident this week. Let me set the stage for y'all. Somebody was filming from their porch. And there was this big girl running. Shawty was getting it. She was running down, chasing some girls. Had the thing on her. And the girl on the porch like, yeah, girl, yeah, get her. And then Shawty that was running with the blicky, boom, just one shot. And the girl falls to the ground. And she's no longer with us. And then the girls that was running down with the girl with the blicky, they ran off. Life-changing seconds of your life. Life-changing seconds. It takes a second. It was a nice sunny day. Man, look here, man. Spring is about to come. Imagine acting out of emotion, acting out of pride, fear, anger, and resentment on a nice sunny day. And that's the last time you ever have a nice sunny day, free. Think about that, man. Think about that. And you know, the reason why I tie that in, because, yeah, violence happens everywhere. The reason why I tie that in, man, is because the rap music culture tells us to go grab that gun and run down, walk them down. This is what the culture tells us to do. Okay, cool, granted, yeah, we all are grown. I'm grown. When I was a kid, though, that shit influenced me. I was highly influenced, whether I knew it or not. I didn't go out and say, oh, well, my favorite rapper does this. No, subconsciously. Subconsciously, it makes it okay. Subconsciously, when I got these things playing in my ear all day, over and over and over and over. Subconsciously, when it's time to get violent, first nature is going to do what's in my subconscious. What am I supposed to be doing in this instance? I'm supposed to lay shit down. I'm supposed to act out in a violent manner. And it's all based on fear, man. You dig? So appreciate y'all tapping in. Texas Bam, I appreciate you. Dub Capo from New Zealand, I see you. Y'all hit the like button for me, man. Hit the subscribe. Key Washington, what it do? Julian Thomas, appreciate you tapping in. I will be back, man. I got some more for this rolling 60 thing. As this thing unfolds, it's gonna be a lot more unfolding because you already know in that interrogation room, people want to come home. People want to come home. You dig? I'm sure Brick Baby wants to come home. I'm sure Big U wants to come home. So it's gonna get real interesting, y'all. There will be no trial. There will be no trial. There will be no trial. Trial for what? Y'all know 90-something% of people in the feds don't go to trial. They got the evidence, though. They've been investigating since 2020. They got this whole rap game under surveillance. Let me say this last thing, man. I got somebody, right? And I don't know, if it is what it is, but I got somebody that's been trying to get real close to me. And it's been real weird. And I feel like it's federal agent vibes. But I don't do shit, so I don't have nothing to worry about. But just the fact that people are trying to get close and get intel and see what's going on, I believe this is going on all over the United States right now. I believe from top to bottom, from small level to top level, they are they're not trying to just lock people up for nothing. They are finding real crime. They're finding real violations of the law. They want to know who's doing what. And they putting them Ricos, man. They putting them Ricos down. You dig? So everybody be careful out there, man. If you are a youngin', right? If you're young or if you got kids, you better guide them right, man. I'm going to try my best. It's only so much we can do, right? But I'm going to try my best to guide my kids right, man. And, if you young out there, man, get you some money right now. Don't worry about the image. Let the tough guys be tough because they got a place for tough guys. And some tough guys don't mind going to that place. But it's so much more of life out here to live. It's so much more life out here to live, man. Get you a family, dog. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy life, man. You only got one. You want to spend it in a box, eating trash with a bunch of men? Hell no. Y'all be good, man. I'm out.